In January 1954, I went to Switzerland for my annual holiday for skiing and especially the Cresteron, and I always stayed at the same hotel, the Kulm Hotel, where they asked me to put on 1 or 2 evenings entertainment. And I received a telegram, in those days a telegram, from the manager of the Palace Theatre in Blackpool, because he heard that I was going to appear there. Now I have to tell you, that was my very, very first variety show ever, the Palace Theatre Blackpool. They needed this publicity to get people in, and they asked me, would I do one of my publicity stunts to attract some audiences? And this is what I did. I wrote a prediction of a football match that would be played the day before on the Sunday between Blackpool and Sunderland. I then sealed it in an envelope, which was the heading, the letter heading of the Kulm Hotel, and I put some Swiss stamps on it, of course, and then asked the manager of the hotel, who was a very respected man in St. Moritz, to sign across a flap and seal it so that it could not be opened without anyone noticing. I then sent that to the captain of the Blackpool team, which was a man called Harry Johnson, with the instruction on the envelope, please do not open this envelope until requested by Mr. David Berglas at the first house on the Monday night at the Blackpool Palace. The captain received the envelope and immediately had it placed in the club safe. And then just before coming to the theatre, he put it in his inside pocket, came on stage for the first house. We used to have 2 houses at like 6:15 and 8:30 every night. He came to the first house with the manager and some dignity, it might have been the mayor of Blackpool, and wanted to shake my hand as he came on stage, but I stepped back and said, no, there must be no contact between us until after you open the envelope. Have you got it on you? He said, yes, of course. He took it out of his pocket and I said, please tell the audience exactly what's happened. And he recounted that it'd been locked in the safe when they received it. He put it in his pocket and it's been there all the time. He then opened the envelope and read out my prediction, which was that Blackpool would score 3 and Sunderland 1.
Locked house. It's a goal!
And that the first goal would not be scored until about half an hour in, and 1 or 2 other details like that. Well, it all seemed to be correct, except that Blackpool did score 3, but Sunderland didn't score, and I'd said they'd score 1. But there was 1 goal which was disallowed, so the audience applauded because I was right after all. And the first goal was not scored until the 27th minute, and I said about half an hour in. And of course this received quite a lot of publicity from the local papers, and the captain, Harry Johnson, who was a close friend of the famous Stanley Methodist for many years, it became the talking point of the football world. And the next day, as I said, I started at the Palace Theatre, Blackpool, which doesn't exist anymore, but was a very important theatre at that time.
There it is, there it is.
David Berglas, the young magician, recently was the centre of a great deal of interest through a demonstration at the Palace Blackpool of his powers of prediction as applied to the forthcoming football match. Now, while holidaying in Switzerland, he accepted a challenge to predict the final score and scorers in a yet-to-be-played Blackpool versus Sunderland fixture. And a nice slice of publicity in the press too, as they attended the denouement at the Palace, where everyone appears to have been mystified with the near accuracy of his prediction.